have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
On the set.
Lawrence going to put it up right away. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Jaguars. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. He was brought down by Foyesade and Lewican. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Here's Wilson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Wilson on 3rd down. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark it down at the 49. That one good for 24 yards. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Jets at 1-13 now on the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels. Because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
They'll run for the first time with Michael Carter. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They go play action now. Wilson. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here we go. 61.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Aluakon. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching them try to take away that area of the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he's got some space here. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Barrios deciding not to bring it out.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Now Wilson on first down.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. To throw again on second down. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards the pickup there. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here's Wilson to throw.
And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
On second down, a run with Hall.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm. Only down 14-0, so continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December. December, no?
Well, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Trayvon Walker able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Off the play fake. Wilson. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Now Lawrence.
That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Open man downfield is Ridley.
The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown Jaguars. Calvin Ridley. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Jaguars continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And he stopped immediately there.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Carter straight ahead.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Full run show Fatukasi there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 20.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The tackle by Quincy Williams.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Finds the open target, Arnold. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down,
touchdown!
Travis Etienne.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And a rout is on here in this first half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
Brings up second and 8.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And they will not get a chance to return. Through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Paul on a give up the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here's Hall again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Slot man moves right. And the slot man goes in motion left. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now McCoy, his first throw since coming in. And his first throw here is incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now McCoy. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. On the return, Jackson. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's McCoy. And he's got his man on the out route.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Four yards remain for 2nd down.
They'll try the middle with Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They go play action here on first down.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, 37 yards.
And the Jets take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. Read, if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he works free. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. He'll pick up 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Wilson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Open man here is Conklin.
He'll get it inside the 20. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Touchdown! Tyler Conklin from 13 yards out.
And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Peterson. And some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, You know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
A 1-yard loss brings up second down and 16 at the 38-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 16, McCoy eluding the pressure right. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
To throw on 3rd down, McCoy got his man complete over the middle. It's Arnold. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Jags, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.